what we have to guard against is the rise of a new Hitler. And this becomes kind of the prism through which everybody looks. They have you should have a much broader understanding of history and even of the World War II conflict. But that's what it's become. It's kind of been really narrowed down to these things. And it's just used to justify all kinds of really evil actions. It's obvious in the case of Israel. We are the victims. So how can you even dare to criticize us, what we're doing in Gaza? You're obviously an anti-Semite, and all kinds of people echo that. And it is a product of World War II. It's something that's been passed on down to us. But the same thing you see in Europe, vis-a-vis Ukraine. It's just like Putin's the new Hitler. It's always 1938 and it's Munich. No appeasements. That's the only lesson that we can learn, and we just have to repeat it again and again. That's the sense of what kind of gives us a sense of our own moral goodness. These are ideas, or more than that, just sort of interpretations of history that have justified a lot of really unjustifiable actions. Here we are, a good 80 years later, and we're still kind of, for certain people, are just stuck in that same mold, looking at history. But things have really changed. It's obviously they have, and you just have to have some sort of flexibility to get out of that very narrow view of things and look at reality. Just don't always, when somebody's described as a Hitler, don't jump in line and assume that he actually is. He's a historical figure. We're living in different times, and the Jews of Israel today are not the Jews of the 1930s or the 1940s. Their position's very different, and you just have to see that. You have to just kind of let go of these things and stop repeating these so-called historical truths.